Hi everyone, and welcome to our next lesson on ordering real numbers. And we're going to take a look at what one of these word problems might look like. If you remember from our video yesterday, if you go back and look at your notes, we have some words and phrases that help to indicate whether or not we are ordering from greatest to least or from least to greatest. So since the numbers that are given to us in this first problem are represented by time, and it's asking us to order from fastest to slowest, when you go back and check your list, remember the fastest runner or the fastest time is actually the least, the smallest number, and then my slowest time would be my greatest number. So when we are ordering from fastest to slowest, we're actually ordering from least to greatest. Okay, so now we are going to go back through the steps that we use for ordering numbers. The first thing that we are going to do is convert all of the numbers to decimals. So step 1, convert to decimals. And remember that we want to make sure that we keep track of what our original numbers are, because at the end of our problem, we're going to have to go back and make reference to what they originally were. So 12.5, I'm going to do 1 divided by 2 in the calculator, which is 0.5. So 12.5 is 12.5. I'm going to add in an extra 0 so that all of my numbers have 2 decimal places. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to divide 2 fifths in the calculator, and I'm going to write my 12, and when I do 2 fifths it gives me a 0.4. I'm going to add in an extra 0 just so they all have the same number of decimal places. And my 12.8, the only change I'm going to make is adding in the 0 again so they have the same number of decimal places. Now that I know that I'm going from least to greatest, normally I would have to separate positives and negatives. Now, if you look at this problem, I can skip that step because I only have positive numbers. So let's go ahead and move forward for our next step. I'm going to draw 4 spaces, and I'm going to look for my smallest number. Since these are all positive numbers, the smallest number is the one that is actually looks the smallest, which is 12.09. And then I'm going to mark that out. My next number would be 12.40, followed by 12.50 and 12.80. And then finally, I'm going to convert to the original numbers. And my original numbers are 12.09, that was, and followed by 12 and 2 fifths, followed by 12.5, and then 12.8. The last thing that I'm going to do for this problem is it's asking me to go back and connect all of these to somebody's name. So if we look, the person that got 12.09 was Ellen. The person that got 12 and 2 fifths was Steve. Then Joe. And then Patty. So not only am I putting the numbers in order, but it's asking me to create a list. So a list of names to show what order they came in at. So again, going back through, we're going to convert to decimals. We're going to figure out if we're ordering from least to greatest or greatest to least. And then we are going to change all the numbers back to their original form.